This is a great little option for a hang on the back filter for any aquarium. Let's take a look. Okay, so when I was looking for a particular filter, I looked at these hang on the backs. Normally I go with internal filters, but I wanted to try a hang on the back. I haven't tried one for a very long time. I think the other one was made by Seachem. This one has a little indicator, tells you when you've got to clean it and blah blah blah. This particular unit is between 20 and 40 gallons. I believe that's the US rather than UK. Between 75 and 130 litres. So it's over filtration for the flex. Okay, I can't stress this enough. You should always over filter. Always over filter. Yeah, because that is designed when this has got no gunk in it, the tank's fully new, everything's brilliant, yeah. But once this starts getting gunked up, that figure drops drastically, by half sometimes. So, without further ado, let's have a look in the box. And I do like Hygger stuff now. It's very universal, the packaging is fantastic. It's all neat. And everything, you know, one thing I've noticed with Hygger stuff, once you take it out of the box, you can always put it back in the box. A lot of the other stuff that you get, it just doesn't fit back in. Oh, I like that. Nice coarse one. It's good. Let's get this out. Oopsie daisy, hit the camera. Fingers out, fingers. All right. Let's get all of the polystyrene back in the box. Right. This is the unit. It's quite large. I want to do it large for a reason. And normally I would go for a small filter. I wanted to try this out because this, for me, is going to make sense when you see what kind of fish I want to put in the flex. You know, even if you put something like a better fish in there, yeah, you can actually reduce it. Now, that's nice, very clean. And it's got little holes for the air system. Okay, so you can get big ones and small ones, that's good. Yeah, always, I like this safety feature. Always do that if you get a chance. Drip loops, very important. Not keen on these. This one's got built-in carbon in it and a polishing pad, but I'm not keen on them. So, but what it does do is give you the option. So let's see first. Minimum water level, that's where it's going to be that anyway. So let's have a look. Alright, so the impeller comes off with that. So that might be easier to clean. Okay, so this looks quite easy. Oh, that's nice. So water comes up, goes into here. That's quite straightforward. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, I see. So the water goes into there, and then so you could put loads and loads of media in here. So that's good. It's quite heavy as well. Nice clear plastic. This is how you adjust it, but to be honest, oh, I see. Yeah, so you can adjust it as much or as little as possible. That's good. That's a good little thing. I'll have a look in the instructions in a minute. Where's the other bit I had? Hello, where are you? Yeah, so will that fit straight on there? No. Okay, so it's going to have to be quite long, I think, which is a shame. What if that goes all the way in? Oh, look at that. Look how long that is. It's incredible. But I'm not going to go that long, obviously. Let's see if that fits. Oh, I like that. That's really quality plastic there. You see how long it works. I believe that the level is going to come up with that. Oh, I see. Yeah, so the level just moves up and down. You see a little level indicator there. It's good. See how that fits on there, nice and neat as well. Yeah, look at that. That's a quality unit, that is. This is not as cheap as some of the stuff like All Pond Solution ones, but All Pond Solutions, to be honest, I've tried a lot of their stuff. There is some good stuff, don't get me wrong, there's some good stuff there, but not all of it. A lot of it is rebranded stuff from China anyway. So it does say that you have to prime this, which, okay, so what one did we get? we got, let's have a look, where are we on the box? Why can't I see it on the box? Oh, we got the 105. No, we didn't. We got the 210. 210. So the 210. Okay, it's 10 watt. It's a 10 watt unit. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but we are going to try this out because I want to see how it works. Unfortunately, the instructions aren't as great as I wanted. But hey ho, let's get it wet. Okay, that's what it looks like. Looking quite good. This is actually a meter. This actually tells you when the water level comes up too much. The little light comes on red. I can't actually show you how that works because it works so well. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do is top it up with water. And once you've done that, put the lid on. I'm doing this one-handed, so there you go. Okay, so let's turn it on. 3, 2, 1. Now that is moving a fundamental amount of water. That I think is actually more flow than the tidal series, but okay, so look, it's a very wasted area here. I'd be inclined, okay, to get some Biomax, Fluval Biomax, and chuck it all in there. Just fill it up. Let's see how this works. Okay, so this is the adjuster. There you go. There's a hum from it. Now, like most filters, this will naturally get a little bit less noisy as it goes. It's a little bit of a rum, nothing major. I actually like the sound of it. It's got one of those tones which isn't too bad. And it is moving a hell of a lot of water. Let's turn this back up because I'm quite impressed. I might get the other one, the smaller one. Let's have a look at that. That's looking good. Okay, so what do we think? I think it's quite a nice little unit. A little bit of noise, a little bit of hum, that does quieten down. This little grate here, which is fantastic, because what it does is it uniforms the water going over this, which is quite good. This is so extendable. You could have this on a very deep tank and not worry about it. This has got a little float in it. I don't know if I can simulate it. Let me see if I can find something to simulate it with. So when the water level goes up too much, light comes on. It's not actually flickering, but yeah, and that tells you that it's got too much water in it, which means, which means it's blocked. So that's good. I would get some Biomax though, down like that. Okay, let's switch it off, dry it out, and get some pros and cons. I'll tell you what, before we go, let's do the power outage test because hobs do suffer with that. So let's turn it off. 3, 2, 1. And then what we're going to do is give it a couple of seconds because obviously a power outage window, I don't want to give it any sort of siphon effect or anything like that. The water levels drop right down to virtually nothing. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so turn it off. Watch the level drop right down. Yeah, so this is fantastic. So a lot of the dearer ones that I had here on the channel, in fact, they wouldn't restart. They literally, you had to refill them each time. So if you had a power outage, you were stuffed. No problems here. Okay, let's get it dry and have a look. Okay, what do we like? The first thing, well, actually, I'm going to do a bit of both. What I like and what I dislike. I'm just going to mix it all up because, to be honest, it doesn't really matter how you do it. The fact you've got a pre-filter on the end of the tube, fantastic. A bit coarse for my liking, making this sort of unsafe for shrimp and butter and fry. But this, look how long that goes out to. That is massive. I mean, I would have it as far in as possible, make it easier for the volume. I like this control. This is a fantastic control. Out of the water, out of the box. In fact, it's got a nice little lid, not a lot of noise. I mean, you always, for me, I find that hob filters always have a little bit of noise. They're always going to have. I like this. Okay, because it does make it uniform over here, although that's more aesthetic than anything else. It's a shame they didn't do a cartridge system. If they were going to do this, put this at the back so that the water goes up through this first, then the media. So this cleans the media before it gets, this cleans the water before it gets to the media. That's how you want it. Easy to clean. I like the idea of this, so you can visually see it, especially in the dark room. You know, a lot of people, you know, these are at the back, you know that they're flowing well. You only look at this part. Quality of it, exceptional as usual. I would have probably gone for the smaller version, but I'm going to show you what it looks like in a tank. Well, in the flex to be precise, because I was hoping to use this in the flex. I might not be able to, but we'll have a look. I will have a use for this because I've got another tank coming. So, okay, let me give you some looks too, what it looks like. Okay, so there it is. There it is, sitting in the flex. It's way too much float for it, to be honest. Look, it's actually... But don't forget, I would top this up normally a little bit more water. But it's a fantastic filter, guys. I mean, apart from this cartridge system, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest, I would fill that up with media and you're good to go. There you go, let's have a look. Look at that. That's how much flow you're getting out of this thing. Not bad. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care.